First one is primary auxiliaries, be, do, and have and their forms. And second is modal auxiliaries or the modals. Auxiliaries are the helping verbs to help the main verb to complete the sense, to form the tense and voice. Yesterday we have completed the uses of be, have, do, shall, should, will, would, can, and could. Now we begin with the modal auxiliary may. May, the modal auxiliary may is used to indicate permission. Now let me share this on your screen. Now could. Mm. Hello. May. Mm. The uses of may. May is used to indicate permission, and we are very much familiar with the use of may in this sense. May is used to indicate permission. For example, may I come in, sir? May I come in, sir? May I come in, sir? May is used to indicate permission. You may not go. You may not go. That means you are not permitted to go. You may not go. You may not go. It is used, may is used to indicate permission. May is more formal than can. May is more formal than can because yesterday we have seen can is also used to indicate permission, but may is more formal. In the negative, may not go. May not go is stronger than cannot go. You may not go is stronger than cannot go, and must not go stronger than cannot go. In the negative, may not go is stronger than cannot go, and must not go stronger than cannot go. Next, may is used to indicate possibility. To indicate possibility. May is used to indicate possibility. For example, the road may be blocked today due to the procession. The road may be blocked due to the procession. The road may be blocked today due to the pro- procession. Here may is used for the possibility. The road may be blocked today due to the procession. It is factual possibility that the road will be blocked today owing to a procession or because of the procession. Now this can be compared with can. It can rain any day. It can rain any day. It can rain any day, and it may rain this evening as the clouds are gathering. So it can rain any day. It's a theoretical possibility. It can rain any day. It is theoretical possibility, and it may rain this evening as the clouds are gathering. Gathering of the clouds is the fact, and that's why may is used for the factual possibility. It is the fact, or it was the fact that the clouds were gathered, and that's why it may rain. May is used, dear friends, to express a wish in formal English. In formal English, may is used to express wish. For example, may you live long. May you live long. May you live long. May is used for the wish to express a wish in formal English. May God bless you. May God bless you. May is used here for the wish in formal English. May his soul rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace. May you live long. May God bless you. May his soul rest in peace. May is used here to express a wish in formal English. Example, may you live long, may God bless you, and may his soul rest in peace. Peace, P-E-A-C-E, peace. Next, may is used to indicate a purpose. May is used to indicate a purpose. To indicate a purpose. May is used to indicate a purpose. For example, we eat that we may live. What is our purpose to eat? We eat that we may live. We may live is the purpose of our eating. So, may is used to indicate a purpose. For example, if we eat that we may live. We eat that we may live. May live. We eat that we may live. So it is the purpose of our living. It is the purpose of our eating to live. So we eat that we may live. Next, he flatters his boss. He Flatters flatters his boss. His flatters his boss that he may get a quick promotion. That he may get a quick promotion. His promotion. He flatters his boss. And what is the purpose behind his flattering? He may get a quick promotion. He flatters his boss that he may get a quick promotion. So may is used here to indicate a purpose. May very first is used to indicate permission. For example, may I come in? You may not go. And here we have to notice one thing. May is more formal than can. Then may is used to indicate possibility. To indicate possibility. For example, the road may be blocked today due to the procession. Means because of the procession, the road may be blocked today. The fact is that there is the procession. So it is a factual possibility. It is the factual possibility that the road will be blocked today owing to a procession. It can rain any day. It can rain any day. Theatrical possibility. Theatrical, it can rain any day. It is the theoretical possibility. But it may rain this evening as the clouds are gathering. It's a factual possibility. Next, we have learned to express a wish in formal English. May you live long. May God bless you. May his soul rest in peace. This way. And may is used to indicate a purpose. For example, we eat that we may live. Next example, he flatters his boss that he may get a quick promotion. Now we have to learn the might. Might. Might is the past form of may. Might is the past form of may. We have learned could, the past form of can, was used in the indirect speech. Then could, would, would is the past form of will, that was also used in indirect speech. Now might is the past form of may. It is used as a past tense of may in indirect speech. Let me repeat this. The modal auxiliary might is used as the past tense of may in indirect speech. For example, he said that he might come. He said that he might come. He might come. He said that he might come. Here, might is the past form of may. He said that he might come. This is the indirect speech. And what is the direct speech of this? He said, I may come. Direct speech. He said, I may come. And this may becomes might when it is used in the indirect speech. Now next, to indicate permission. May is used to indicate permission and might is also used to indicate permission. For example, might I use your telephone? Might I use your might I use your telephone? He said that he said that he might come. He said now he said he said that he might come. He might come. This might is the past tense of may. And this is the structure of indirect speech. He said that he might come. So might as the past tense of may is used in the indirect speech. Then might is used to indicate permission. Might I use your telephone? Next, might I use your might I use your telephone? Though this structure seems to be a question, but it is used for the permission. And mainly, might is there. Might I use your telephone? So, might is used to indicate permission. It is a less positive and more politeness than may and can. Might indicates or implies more politeness comparing to than and can. Now, might is used to indicate possibility. Might is used to indicate possibility. It might rain. For example, it might rain. It might rain. It might rain. It might rain. Next, it is less positive and indicates remote possibility as compared to it may rain. So it is the remote possibility. That means it is rare possibility. Now in modern English, could and might are used as less positive versions of can and may. In modern English, might is used as less positive versions of can and may. So in this way, dear friends, we have learned the uses of might. Firstly, then to indicate permission, might I use your telephone? Then might is used to indicate possibility. For example, it might rain. Then might is used as less positive versions of can and may. Now next is must. Next is must. Next is must. Must, the modal auxiliary, is used to indicate obligation or compulsion. एक प्रकार का बंधन, compulsion, obligation. For example, you must be back by 10 o'clock. You must be back by 10, 10 o'clock. It is compulsory for you to back by 10 o'clock. You must be back by 10 o'clock. Compulsion or obligation. You must not do it. You must not do it. Obligation or compulsion. You must not do it. And you must see a doctor. You must see a doctor. A doctor. You must see a doctor. You must see a doctor. So must is used to indicate obligation or compulsion. Along with this, must is used to indicate determination or firmness. Determination. For example, I must finish the work. I must finish the work. I must finish the work by next Monday. By next Monday. I must finish the work by next Monday at any cost. At any cost. Compulsion. And now determination. I must finish the work by next Monday at any cost. Determination. Next, must is used to express some strong possibility. Must is used to express some strong possibility. For example, there must be some mistake somewhere. 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 Express some strong possibility. There must be some mistake somewhere. One more example of this type. All his money and jewels, all his money and jewels, all his money and jewels must be hidden somewhere in this cave. Somewhere in this cave. In this cave. All his money and jewels must be hidden somewhere in this cave. It expresses some strong possibility. So these are the uses of must. Very first, must is used to indicate obligation or compulsion. You must be back by 10 o'clock. You must not do it. You must see a doctor. Then to indicate determination, I must finish the work by next Monday at any cost. And must is also used to express some strong possibility. For example, there must be some mistake somewhere, and all his money and jewels must be hidden somewhere in this cave. Dear friends, the next auxiliary verb is ought. Ought. Next auxiliary verb is ought. Bandhan, moral obligation, duty, or desirability. For example, you ought not to speak your you ought not to speak to your parents. You you ought not to speak your parents. You ought not to speak your parents in this manner. This is the moral obligation or the duty that you ought not to speak your parents in this manner. Next,